Hello. Okay. Now, what is the role of documentation in a laboratory quality management program? So, now I'll brief you all on how documentation plays such a vital role. Documentation is a critical component of the laboratory quality management system. And once we have a proper documentation system up and running, involving recording all the lab activities, your test results, your control data, your monitoring data, and everybody's roles, responsibilities, then you have a robust system. So once you put a system, you have to put it in such a way that it ensures compliance. 100%. The moment somebody goes into that slot of having to do that work, they should comply 100%. So, how we make them do and perform in accordance with, like, if you take hierarchy, if you take traceability, you have the standards. Then from that standards, you have your policies and documents. From your policy and documents, you have the work-based instructions. Now that work-based instructions is what people will use and do the work. So that communication line from the standards to your policy, to your procedure, to your work-based instruction, that line should be absolutely on top. No way should anything be missed out. And if the work is done as per that work-based instructions, then we'll ensure compliance. Then next is facilities communication. All the facilities, all the activities. When I say facilities, I mean activities also. Anything and everything that happens in the lab. If some information has to pass from A to B, then a clear cut line of communication should be there. Be it between people to people, um, uh, people to management, people to other staff, or document to document. Every line of communication should be very, very clear. And that should be enable traceability. That documentation should be traceable to all the activities that is performed, and we are able to identify who is the person who is doing it, and if some error happens, how that came about and what happened. So enabling traceability will become a lot more easy when you have that actual traceability in line, and then your internal roles and responsibilities, traceability. Then documentation supporting quality control. In order to find a root cause analysis, if you have to go and do a root cause analysis, and if you have no document, if we don't have any document to refer back, how are we ever going to do a root cause analysis? And if we, for an issue which is cropped up, which is giving wrong reports, the patient is not getting the right report on time, if we don't know where, how it happened, there is no way we are going to put a system into place. So it's very important that we document and we ensure that all our staff document everything. It's okay if it's wrong. We'll put systems into place, but document. The moment it is documented, we will be able to find a solution if there is a problem. And second thing is maintaining, reviewing those documents also important. Just writing the documents is not. Somebody should review them. Somebody should. So what's the point of one issue happening today and then you monitor and review it after so many days? No. Then and there they have to be identified and action should be taken to prevent it from happening again. Now, also, we need to identify any areas where we can still further improve for continuous improvement. So, every time one issue happens, rectifying it is a scope of improvement. But coming up with ideas of how we can make it better and better, that idea can come from anybody. It could be from you, it could be from your staff, it could be from anybody. Keep that line of communication very, very clear. And you just see 10 brains are better than one brain. And the ground level people who are actually working will come up with beautiful ideas. So remember, documentation plays a very critical role. And in order to comply with the regulatory standards, you have to ensure that that document is traceable to the original standard document and to your work best instruction. There is a clear cut of communication in terms of who is doing what they're doing and how they're doing, and all the activities evolving around the laboratory have to be documented, and this, what is documented, should be reviewed, monitored, and if there is some non-compliance, immediately a root cause analysis to be done. Then and there it should be corrected and a system to be put so that it doesn't happen again, thus ensuring it is prevented. So that is the importance of the role of documentation in a laboratory quality management program.